She's nesting, and she might have laid her eggs inside of here. Now, and I think her nest cavity is right over here. So we have good news and bad news. And guys, there's a tiny little iguana right here. He just popped out, guys, right in front of us. Wait, where are you going? What is up, everyone, and welcome back to my channel. Today we have got tiny baby animals hatching out here at my zoo, and these are not just any baby animals. These are tiny, critically endangered Cuban rock iguanas. Now, we started this process nearly 4 months ago when these eggs were laid. We collected the eggs, we incubated the eggs, and now they are finally hatching out. And you guys are going to get to walk through the entire process of us collecting these eggs, incubating them. You guys are going to get to see it all, but first, we've got to do a little room tour. So I want you guys to let me know in the comments, should we do an entire house tour video of my house and Hannah's house? Let me know, guys. Should we do the house tour video? And here is my bedroom. So this is where I hang out every single day. We do a lot of editing here. This is where the magic happens. And this is my room. So one really cool, unique thing about my house is actually made up of 3 domes. So the master bedroom is 1 dome in and of itself. My guest rooms are another dome. And then my kitchen and my living room on the other side of the house is another dome. So we're not going to show all that in today's video, but I just want you guys to see what we're working with here. We've got all these skylights, and I know, before someone even comments it, I know you guys are going to say, Jake, you got to fix the wood, because this has been like this for over 4 years since I moved in. We just have never fixed it. And then behind this crazy wall, we've got my shower, we got my bathroom, we got my closet. If we do a house tour video, I'm going to show you guys all of that. But I'm so excited to show you guys the baby animals. As you guys know, we've had a bunch of babies this past season. We've had baby redfoots everywhere, we've had baby turtles, and now we've got adorable baby iguanas. You guys are in for an action-packed video. So guys, we are gonna jump back in time 4 months to when these eggs were first laid. All right, guys, I'm right here right now with Alfie, the little baby capuchin monkey. Alfie, say hi to everyone. Do you want to say hi? So Alfie right now is looking at Xena. Alfie definitely does not like Xena, but we're out here at the barn today, and we are actually searching for some critically endangered iguana eggs. We're right now about to unbox and check out my Baker Eye female. As you guys know, she's inside of here. She's nesting, and she might have laid her eggs inside of here. Now, don't worry, we do have holes in here. As you can see, we do have air holes so she can breathe, but this is one way that we actually like to let the lizards nest, because if they're nesting overnight, which is what she was doing, if we were to leave this out and exposed in the rain, well, the eggs could get ruined. So this is the best possible way. So she's inside of here. We might have some babies, guys. I have no idea. Our female has definitely laid her eggs. Right here, she's all deflated in her back. She's a good mama, and you can see she is actually covered in dirt. So she's actually quite dirty right now. And I think her nest cavity is right over here, because that's like a little cave that she's made. So we got our pretty girl right here. And what we're gonna have to do right now is we're actually gonna have to set up a little tripod, because we've got to grab her, and we need both hands. All right, our tripod is rolling. We got our assistant Alfie for the day, and we have got to catch our iguana. We got to move her back in her enclosure, and then we've got to actually dig up her eggs. I don't know if you can see it right here, but we're just going to grab our female just like this. And this girl is definitely laid her eggs. As you can see, she's actually very thin. You can see that she's all wrinkly, and we're gonna make sure she gets extra calcium and extra protein while she's recovering from laying her eggs, because I think we're gonna have about 15 or 16. Alfie, what do you think of your new friends? So now that you guys got to learn about the Baker Eye iguanas, let's get this girl back into her enclosure and let's dig up some eggs.
1 minute, 37 seconds later.
Okay, so we just got our Baker Eye back inside of her enclosure, and right now we are going to be digging up the eggs that are inside of this nest box right here. Again, we don't know how many eggs there are. We don't even have any idea where they are, but we're thinking they're actually in this far corner right here, because this is kind of where she has a little cavity dug out. So we're just going to start digging right here, and we're going to see what we can find. I'm thinking it's going to be on this side, because that's where she was hanging out, but there's only one way to find out. Oh, we just got the eggs. Alfie, we just found some eggs. We found 1 egg right here that's fertile, and then we found 1 egg here that's a slug. So this is something really cool for you guys to see right here. So when these lizards are laying eggs, you do run the possibility that some of them are slugs, which means they're infertile and they're not going to hatch, and they're actually just gonna rot. You can see this egg is really deflated and kind of like a little bit of a brown color. And you can see it's just really mushy like that. Whereas this egg right here is fully plump and pressurized. So since this is a fertile egg, we're actually gonna put this egg inside of this perlite right here. We've got 2 eggs so far, 1 slug and 1 fertile egg. And we're gonna keep on digging because if we found 2 eggs, well, there's definitely more. So Alfie and I just finished collecting all of the eggs and the total is in. We got 10 slugs, as you can see right here in my hand. And out of all 10 slugs, we only got 6 fertile eggs. I'm not gonna tilt them too much because I don't want to actually mess up the embryos, but we have 6 of these eggs inside of here that are going to be fertile. Hopefully, we got to incubate them. But we did have these 10 slugs right here. You can see these are all bad. They're just these really jiggly, juggly eggs. We're actually going to be feeding these out to our monitor lizards. They'll definitely like these as a snack. So in the meantime, we're going to go put these eggs in the incubator, and then we're going to bring our other female into the nest box. We have got 6 of these beautiful critically endangered eggs. We got all 6 of our eggs right here. And again, right now, we are getting them ready for the incubators. So we're just gonna put this right over the top right here. This keeps it nice and humid and it does not dry out nearly as fast. And then to allow proper air exchange, we're gonna take some scissors and we're just gonna put a few small slits right inside of this. We don't want them too big. We want a couple, about an inch long or so, maybe just under an inch. A couple tiny little holes right here to allow that proper airflow, and that's it. That's all we're gonna do. We might actually add some moss on top of the eggs if they start to depressurize, but I think with this new method, they're gonna be just fine. But this is just my advice. This is based on my personal experience. So if you guys wanna give it a try, give it a try. But let's head over to the incubator and let's get these eggs in. All right, we're unlocking both of our latches right here. We're opening up our incubator and we have got our eggs. So we're just gonna put these eggs right here on this shelf. Now by using the metal bowls, we're actually gonna eat up a lot more incubator space and we still got a lot more eggs to go. But as you can see, these are the typical tubs that we use. We also have a new little friend right in here. We have got a tiny little cherry head tortoise that just hatched out. So we're gonna leave him inside of this moist moss right here. And so where he's gonna be for about the next 4 or 5 days or so while he finishes absorbing that yolk sac. We're gonna put him back on in and we have collected our eggs. So now the only thing left to do is we've actually gotta head back out. We gotta catch our other iguana and we gotta put her inside the tub so she can lay her eggs. Okay, so we made it out to the Baker Eye iguanas and the female is actually not in the nest box, but we're gonna need both hands to catch this iguana right here and a monkey. So we're just multitasking this. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3. Oh, we got her just like that. Okay, let's get her and let's go get her to her nest box. We're making our way downtown. We got an iguana that wants to bite my nose. All right, we made it back to nesting land. And then I'm just gonna put the female in just like that. You just wanna double check and make sure that none of her tails and feet are caught. And hopefully in the morning we'll have some eggs, at least that's the plan. But this is the way that I like to do some of the nesting, especially in the summer when we don't know when we're gonna have rain. And by removing the female from her enclosure and putting her in one of these nest boxes, it's actually a lot better as well, because when you have the females nest in their enclosure, a lot of times they get really nest defensive. Even if you remove the eggs and remove the nesting area, they get very defensive over the same area that they laid their eggs. So this is why I like this method overall. If you guys have not tried it, you should give it a try. It works great for me, and it might work great for you. So we're gonna get her up against the wall, but I will see all of you guys in the morning when we come back and check this bin. Okay, so it's been about 2 months since we collected our Baker Eye eggs, and since then we've collected eggs from our Lewis Eye, our Cuban iguanas, from our Rhino iguanas, so we've got a bunch of eggs, but unfortunately this year has not been the best year for eggs. So the Baker Eye eggs that we collected are in here, so we have good news and bad news when it comes to these eggs right here. But the bad news is we only have 1 lone surviving egg. This is the only egg out of all of the eggs that we collected that survived. So none of the eggs were viable. They slowly deflated and they got moldy. So this is the sole survivor. The egg is developing. The egg is doing well. And right now I'm going to come and we're going to candle the egg. So basically what that means is we put a light over the egg and you can see that there's this dark patchy area inside of the egg. We've also got tiny little veins, which means this egg is developing and should hatch any day now. Right now, I'm hearing some movement in the incubator. Guys, I think there's an iguana moving inside of here. I think the eggs might have hatched. And I see a tail at the back of the incubator. I don't know if you guys can see it. There's a little tail there. If we move this bin here, I think we're gonna find a lizard. There's a Cuban iguana. Wait, where are you going? We had an escaped Cuban iguana in the incubator. He just tried to run past me. When you're trying to film and catch an iguana at the same time, well, it could be just a little bit tricky. This is one angry little iguana, and right now he is actually going through his first shed. So if you actually look at his skin, you'll see it almost looks like he's got dandruff, like this white flaky powder, and that's because he's going through his first shed after hatching out of the egg. Now this guy has pretty much absorbed his yolk sac. He's absolutely beautiful. We're gonna get him in this plastic bin for now. And right out of the bottom of the moss, we had another iguana pop out. So this little guy must have been hiding from us. And right here, we've got another Cuban iguana. Where are you going, buddy? Guys, these iguanas are no joke when it comes to running away. So we're gonna get you with your other friend, and now we're gonna check out the rest of our eggs. So far, we have these 2 eggs that have hatched out, so we're gonna put these inside with the little guys, and we wanna look at all the other eggs to see if we have any other iguanas poking their heads out. And right here, I'm noticing that there's actually a slit on the egg, which means this is gonna be the next egg to hatch out. So if we actually move this egg right here, we might be able to see inside of it. And guys, there's a tiny little iguana right here. You can see he's inside of his egg, and that yellow right next to him on the right is the yolk sac that he's going to be absorbing over the next 2 to 3 days. Guys, I'm touching this egg right here, and I can literally feel the baby iguana squirming in the egg. It's the craziest thing. And I'm going to do this to each of them. So if you come here and you kind of tickle the eggs just a little bit like this. Yeah, I feel this guy too. So all the eggs, especially the most dented ones, when you touch them, the iguanas are squirming, and they're going to use their egg tooth to rub on the inside of the egg and put the perfect slit, just like this.
The next morning.
Good morning, my beautiful people. I'm dressed, I'm ready to go, and we are ready to tackle the day. And the first order of business this morning is to check up on the eggs. So we're going to head back to the office, and we're going to go check up on these babies. Okay, so we made it back into the office, and we have got our Cuban iguanas right here in this tub. But first, I want to check up on some of our rhino iguana eggs. This year, our rhino iguana season has not been what it was in the past. We actually did not have the best of luck. And right here, you can see that these eggs are kind of denting in, and they've got this white stuff on them. Well, that is antifungal powder, because these eggs have been getting moldy. For whatever reason, these eggs, slowly, one by one, they started denting, they started getting moldy, which makes me believe that they were not viable to begin with. And for those of you that also incubate eggs and might have had moldy eggs in the past, well, I want to show you guys exactly what I use, which is this stuff right here. This is antifungal foot powder that you can get from Walgreens or CVS actually. So this is the stuff I use, and we just sprinkle it on the eggs, and it seems to help. We've literally saved our eggs' lives before. We've had eggs that were definitely not gonna make it, and because of this magic powder right here, well, they got saved. We just wanna slide these eggs right in here, and now we're gonna pull our Cuban iguana eggs back out for day 2. Now what we don't want is we don't want them to explode out of here, so we wanna be pretty calm. And guys, take a look at this. This is absolutely amazing. We've got 4 Cuban iguanas pipping from the egg. So each one of these iguanas is coming out of the egg, and it looks like this guy is about halfway out, and it looks like these right here have just recently started to emerge from the egg. I think this is the guy we were messing around with yesterday. Guys, right now I'm going to try to gently pick up this iguana so you can see him in the egg. Guys, look at this. This is real life Jurassic Park, getting to bring new life into this world. It does not get any better than this. Guys, I think this little guy is trying to come out of the egg right now. Oh my goodness, look at that. He just popped out, guys, right in front of us. That was crazy. Guys, how amazing was that, getting to watch this little Cuban iguana hatch out right before our eyes. This guy is extremely healthy, and as you can see, he's fully absorbed his yolk sac, and that is why he's so fat and plump. And that right there is what's going to give him the food for the first week of his life until he starts eating greens. And when it comes to taming down these baby Cuban iguanas, well, right now, when they're fresh out of the egg and they still have their little baby fat, well, this is the perfect time to bond with them. This little guy looks like he wants to come out of the egg, so if we take him out right now and we hold him, maybe he's gonna come out right in front of us. I have no idea, but look at this little guy. He doesn't even look real. And well, that, my friends, is going to end today's episode. I hope all of you guys did enjoy watching today's video on the baby iguanas. I had so much fun, and this was a crazy 4-month process from collecting the eggs to incubating the eggs to finally seeing these babies hatch out. I have so much fun with it, and I am so thankful that I get to share it with all of you guys so you guys can live vicariously through me, through my animals, and you guys get to experience my crazy life. So if there's one thing I want all of you guys to leave with here today, is that dreams really do come true if you work hard. I found it to be true in my life that anytime I had a dream or a goal, that if I set out a plan and I actually work towards it every single day, that dreams really do come true. Owning my zoo was once a dream, and because of my support and all of my vision, I have been able to accomplish just that. So you guys can do it too, and the perfect time to start is now. Not tomorrow, not the next day, because everyone is always looking for that perfect opportunity to start. Well, the perfect time is to start now. So if you guys enjoyed today's video, please make sure to give this video a thumbs up. Comment down below your favorite part of today's video, and if you guys are not yet subscribed yet to me, well, all you have to do is go right now and subscribe below.